Shanto and I welcome you to a super rocking session today because we are going to abduct Mars. Serious man. Actually, no. But yeah, what is it that if we ever have to shift from Earth, then where can we go in the solar system? And we all know the answer, right? It could be only and only Mars. Actually, it's not only and only. There are many, many moons who are ready in the line that please abduct us, please abduct us. But being Mars the closest and the quite similar to Earth becomes the most famous candidate for our abduction. Now, why do I use the word abduction? Is this a wrong word? Actually, not. Talking about going on a foreign land and then taking over it is what we call as abduction. And if we are thinking of colonizing Mars, aren't we actually planning to abduct a whole planet? That is like next level of winning over things, right, people? So this is what I am going to discuss with you guys, that whether abducting Mars is a good idea or not, and if it is a good idea, what are the challenges on the way. So people, let me just give you a very quick definition of what does abduction, oops, sorry, what does colonizing Mars means. So whenever we talk about colonizing anything in space, we call it space colonization, and it is a hypothetical situation where we have permanent habitation. So people, if you have been thinking that we will go on the next vacation of Mars, no, it is not the situation. You have to be a permanent resident of Mars if you are actually thinking of abducting the planet. Now, if I'm talking about this abduction, why this term is very, very important? Because there are many, many scientists, or let's say there are two groups of scientists which are divided already. Some of them believe that Mars is our next and the best possible options for us to live in the solar system, which may be correct because we have actually ruined our Earth to its extreme. And if we need, either there is a choice that improve our ways or find another way, otherwise the humanity is not going to survive. So yes, on that level, Mars can be the place. But on second level, people have the notion that actually abducting Mars can be very, very challenging and it can bring really unknown risk and dangers which we are even not known yet. There might be many things that we actually are going into a unknown alley. In a valley, there is no backing from them. So yes, the people have been divided. But if ever it has been possible that let's go to Mars and let's colonize it, there are many, many things which are already under discussion in the private organization and even under the government that we are thinking as this as the next level project. That means terraforming the Mars. Now, what does that mean? People, Mars does not come ready to be livable or habitable. But yes, we can say that Mars is actually the past of Earth. We know that Earth has actually underwent lots of transformation. The dinosaurs used to live there. The life actually began on Earth in the liquid water. There has been air, oxygen, but initially the Earth was a burning ball, right? It went over all these transformations. The plants came into picture, and we know Earth today as a beautiful place we live on, right? Mars is the past of Earth. It does have some amount of oxygen, but not apt for living. It does have water, but in solidified form, not in liquid. It does not have plants. It has not to be very, very acceptable for human living there. But can we do this? The scientists believe yes. We can send genetically engineered species on Mars which can convert the situations of Mars in favor of our living. So, people, this is what the query is today. Can you answer this? Which side you are on? Whether we should abduct Mars or we should not. So let us just discuss everything in today's session and then we will come on to one conclusion at the end. So let's start with this. What say? So as I told you, space colonization or Mars colonization will be a situation where we'll be permanently shifting to Mars. We will be exploiting its natural resources as we have been doing it on Earth. This means Apart from Earth, another home in the solar system. But this doesn't come as easy as I'm talking right now. There are many unknown challenges, as I've already mentioned, and many known, which we have to still figure out. So let's see what are the challenges that might come to us when we are thinking of shifting to Mars. Now, people, this reminds me of a movie which I've recently seen, and I'm telling you, I'm a big fan of science fiction movies because these movies are taken from life, but they are larger than life. So they are inspired from real life, but the way it turns out to be super great. So what is this movie The Martian is about? It's about a guy who is left behind by his crew, thinking that he is dead in a sandstorm on Mars, and eventually it is figured out that he's alive and left alone on Mars. Scary situation, but that's what movies are, larger than life. But he doesn't lose. He sent the messages, he made sure that everybody got to know that he's alive, and he made the food grow on Mars soil without knowing much. So yes, these movies gives us scope, yes, that it may be possible, but they also brings into the picture that what might be the challenges. So yes, it must be some masala, some salt, some pepper extra in the movies, but they give us a view that yes, it is challenging, but who said it is not possible? So let's see what are the challenges when we talk about colonizing Mars. So the number one situation, if we go on Mars, the Mars will not be ready to welcome us with garlands and welcoming note and a welcoming drink. Come, come, come. It will actually be giving us a very tough time. The atmosphere on Mars is not at all similar to the present Earth. But yeah, it is the past of the Earth, as I told you. It is mostly composed of carbon dioxide, that is 95.3%, compared to 1% of Earth. Can you believe it? The difference. But actually, on Earth, we have plants that respire, that actually do the process of photosynthesis on the carbon dioxide, making the level balanced. On the Mars, we do not have yet. So, yes, terraforming is actually the solution for that thing. Genetically engineered species that will be reducing the amount of carbon dioxide. And when the amount of carbon dioxide is reduced, which will be increased? The gas which we talk about, the life gas, that is oxygen. So on Mars, presently the oxygen is only 0.13% as compared to 25% on Earth. If it is more on Earth, even that is a fact of a very nice session we can have one day, that if oxygen level on Earth even had less or more, what would be species look like? They will be giant, they will be different, there will be life possible. How it will be possible? It will be a one cool session, I'm telling you, but not today. So today we are talking about Mars. So if you talk about Mars, the oxygen level is very less, so it's not very welcoming, not very cool to live out there. But yes, again, that terraforming genetically engineered organisms, if they are reducing carbon dioxide, they will definitely be increasing the oxygen amount on Mars, right? Then we come to the third one, which is the most abundant gas on Earth, which is nitrogen. So when I'm talking about nitrogen, on Mars, the nitrogen is only 2.7%, whereas on Earth it is 78, which is actually essential for the plants. So what will be done? Again, the solution is making the atmosphere as per the human life or as per the Earth life. So this will take time, but it doesn't not like that it is not possible. The second important thing is high levels of radiation. Now, talking about Earth, Earth is a savior. Earth has actually made everything possible. It had made the ozone layer so that the harmful rays can be out and important one reaches us. But on Mars, there are nobody the Earth has to safeguard. So the radiations will be reaching directly to us. And think of it, I don't want to have any kind of Mars cancer, which I even don't know what is it about. So being on Mars can be really dangerous. The radiations could be of so high level on Mars that the radiation level on Earth can be nowhere to be compared. If we think of scientists, the scientist says that you must have been an extra layer of protective clothing so that you are protected. So think of it, fine, if we are going for an excursion or we are going for an exploration, then astronaut suits are very necessary and good. But daily life, wearing an astronaut suit plus an extra layer, Think of it, on Earth, we have increased the SPF from 20 to 75 and 100 till date. Talking about Mars, we have to have generate sun protection factor creams, that is SPF of 3000, 4000. I don't think so even that will work. So we have to have an extra layer which is not very going to be very comfortable, and hence it is going to reduce the quality of life definitely. So this point is actually making me think here, should I go or should I not go? Because I don't want to develop any kind of Mars cancer. I don't want to wear all those suits every day of my life. And even though I would love to be the part of exploration, but settling out there, not my cup of tea. What do you think, people? क्या लगता है आप लोगों को? Do you think that you can shift still to Mars? Then you need to think the third point. Now I'm very sorry I'm taking you this, but Mars is very unforgiving. What do I mean by unforgiving? The environment is unknown. We do not know, even one single small mistake can cause a super loss, failure, injury, or even death to human life. Now I have told you again the Martian. I'm referring to that movie because that movie is actually moving in my head when I'm talking about abducting Mars. It has been shown, and actually I told you movies are inspired by real life. They are larger than life because they show you even what is not known yet. So it may be fiction, it may be part of reality, but they are well thorough research. So even Mars, one little mistake can turn out to be life taking. It can be fatal, and that is something we cannot take for the while. So every component that we take there must be working super perfectly, every system, every backup. Only then we can assure that human life is not at risk. Other than that, we are always at risk. The humans need every time you go out in the Mars. It will not be a holiday for sure. Mars will be really not giving you the same nice conditions as Earth. In fact, populating Mars would be forced to wear proper protective equipment all day long. So fashion will not be there. Will that be a good thing or a bad thing? For being a girl, I think it is not good. But I guess it can reduce much of thinking. But no, I do not want to wear a protective layer all the time here. Right? Now, this is something that we need to think while we go there. As humans, what or how we live. Is it really possible to survive there? Let's talk about the next one. There are plenty of insecurities. Now, why and when the insecurities come? The insecurities come only when we do not know for certain what is coming, right? And that is the case with Mars for sure. We are trying to think of abducting, colonizing a planet we have no experience in. So if we are going to do that, people, do you think it can be a perfect project? Maybe. But more chances is that there are lots and lots of problems and lots of things that can go wrong. That is what the Murphy's laws say. If there is something that can go wrong, it will definitely go right. So that is applied here for sure, that Mars, we do not know what can come there, what it is. I'm not talking about the aliens, but we do not know many of the things that might be there, the species, like we are having a war on earth against the corona. We do not know what kind of bacteria or viruses even wait. So think about the Mars cancer. There might be many of the Martian viruses that are still waiting, which we do not know how they will affect us in long term. So insecurity of the unknown is definitely there. The last is a very common one, and maybe we think that they might not be. But think of it, people. If I have a lot of money and I have to choose whether I should go to a new place or whether I should improve my life here on earth, this will always be a choice to be made. There is no right or wrong choice, but as humans, we are always curious to explore more. But being on earth, we need to take care of the present before we see the future. So as it has been think, even if I told you that yes, colonization of Mars is still in talking by many of the private and many of the government organization, there is still a question mark. The project is not going to get kicked off today. Even if it is not going to end for sure today. So it is not for me, it's not for you, but the future generations might live there. So even this is possible. This is a very long and far-fetched dream. When we talk about a long-term goal, which have many benefits maybe, but in short term, the cost is too high and the returns is too less. In that case, if we are going to invest money, shall we do it there or shall we improve the earth? Now, being a astronomy lover and being a human, a natural instinct is definitely there that yes, it's a definite yes. Even if there is 1% chance, why not to take it? Because exploration is a leap of faith. So yes, I'm still on that if possible, Mars is the next planet to be on, we should be. But that doesn't mean that we can ruin Earth as we are doing right now. So talking about this, I love the place I live on, but yeah, I love to explore more. So for me, yes for the project, but making it sure that we are not going to abduct Mars or we are leaving Earth as the ruined planet. We need to take care because Earth is actually, to be the truth and the honest side, the only place we live in the whole universe. If this is not the planet, I don't know where we are going to go. But if we are thinking of this, first we have to take care of our own house and then we can go out and explore as much as I want or we want. So this is what I think. If you think the same, please tell me in the comment section. I would love to read what you believe or on which side you are. Should we go or should we not go, even after knowing all these challenges? And what do you think about the session? Now, before I end it, people, I have a great and a very important news for you guys. People, as I told you, as humans, we are always very curious for finding new things, for improving, for turning out to be the best version of ourselves. Vedantu gives every student that fair chance to become the best version of yourself. How do we do that? By providing you unlimited live classes with a very fun and very high level of quizzes that you attend within the class. That too with competing with students around the world. So there are students from all over the world you will be attending the class with, and that will definitely increase your standard of learning. Not just this, people. So make sure that your knowledge, your understanding, and your lesson is never lost. Every session has been given a recording. So it is being recorded, and you can definitely revisit the session to revise, to understand, and to go through the concept again and again with live quizzes and leaderboards even then. So super cool thing that you can be a part of session every time you attend it. Then there are downloadable content with his handwritten notes of the master teacher. If you get this, I'm telling you, you're one step nearer of making less notes on your own, and this is going to help you in the long run because you have all the work that is to be needed while your improvement is at your hand. Now, people, when I tell this, the most fun feature and the most important feature that I feel like being on Vedantu is that if you ask question and your questions are answered, that means your learning is increased by 200%. It is good to ask question. It is curious to ask question. It is more clarity to ask question. And what we follow at Vedantu is not one, but two teachers covering your doubts. Think of it at the right moment when you have it. If your doubt get resolved then and there, wouldn't it improve your quality of education? It will definitely. Moreover, there are quality tests and assignment which all are into a part of the subscription you will go for. Now, when I go for this, there is one more thing that I just skipped and I want to tell you. Generally, we say more. That means if you get more, you have to pay more. But what we believe on Vedantu, you pay less, but you get more. Now, what do you mean by that, ma'am? I mean, there is a cool feature that for every subscribed child, there are unlimited free micro courses, unlimited free crash courses. So people, you can attend as many lectures, as many classes of as many teachers as their micro courses. So the learning is in your hand. So even if you're paying less, you are going to get more and more if you choose to be. So everything is in your hand. So people, actually we believe less is more on Vedantu. Now, how can you actually go with all this? Just click on the link in the description and remember the code BA Pro. Now, why to remember the code BA Pro? I'll just tell you. When you click on the link in the description, you will be given to a page. You will be led to a page where you can actually choose the plan you want to be. Now, what are these plans, ma'am? These plans are, there are three different plans. One is called Light, the other is called Classic, the last one is called Plus. Now, as I call these three names, there is not any difference in live interactive online classes, your test series analysis, your assignment and notes, and even the in-class doubt solving. So all these three plans have all these as common. But a classic gives you a more advantage over the light as you get an access to a doubt solving app. That means when your doubt gets, we're doing self-study and you get stuck, you can then and there use the doubt app and ask and get your resolved solution from the doubt app. So people, this is a super cool feature if you never want to get stuck any at the point, right? Now, what does the Plus has? The Pro Plus has even one more thing which I personally like the most, which is called a personal mentor. Now, people, I can't tell you how important a mentor can be in your life. I cannot tell you how important the importance of a personal mentor in your life. People, a personal mentor is like a guiding light. Who or she or he will always be guiding you in all the ways he or she can. For your career choice, for your classes, for your academic, for your non-academic doubts, anything. You can reach out to your personal mentor as a guidance, as your guidance. Right, people? Now, what I have here is super cool next. The next thing is, I'm not asking you to go for these courses as it is because I'm saying. I'm just asking you, why not you guys try it for a month? Because there is a feature that lets you try these courses for 1 month. And I'm telling you, if you're coming there for 1 month, I'm sure you're going to stay for there for long term because you are going to fall in love the way the master teachers put their heart and soul to teach you the concepts. And when they put their heart and soul, definitely the concept will reach your heart and soul for sure. So you can try any of these Light, Classic or Plus for 1 month using the code BA Pro. That's why I made you to remember that code. BA Pro will give you a discount of 10% from any of these courses, even if you go for 1% for 1 month or for a long term as you wish to. What I told you earlier, people, each of these courses, what cost you are looking at, it's not the actual cost. It is actually less. Why? Because there are unlimited micro courses, and if I start counting on fingers, each of your class which are going to take, as many as classes you will take, your course cost will decrease as much. But even if I take on an average that you take 6 to 10 classes a week, your course cost will come out to be less than a Lay's packet. Now I guess your education deserves better than that, right? So this is actually the cool thing that we bring up to you, and we have so much faith in the system, so much faith in our learning, that we bring up the VIP promise. For very important people, that is you, we bring up the Vedantu improvement promise. Now, what is Vedantu improvement promise is? It says that if you feel you are not being improved in your concept, in your knowledge, in your marks, then you can get all your money back without any questions asked. Can you believe it? Yes. This is actually this. If there is guaranteed improvement, which we promise, if that is not what you think you got, you can get your money back without any questions asked. But we need a commitment from you. And what is it? You have to at least attend 75% of the classes with 75% of assignment and test completion. So obviously, if you are with us, we make sure that we will be the guiding lantern and we will make sure that you guys improve on that. On that note, people, it's our promise. If you feel that it is actually the thing for you which can take you to the journey of improvement, join us. Use the link as I've told you in the description with the code BA Pro. There is a great news that I have to share, that my batches are already being started and there are 2 new batches which has just begun. The one is on 24th of May and the enrollments are still on, and the second one is going to get launched on 7th of June. So do not miss. Definitely come on these batches. I will see you there, and I make sure that your physics gets better. Not just your physics, every master teacher that was going to teach you, I am very, very sure that they are going to make sure your English, your social, your science, and your English is going to get better. Sorry, the mathematics. I repeated English. I'm so sorry, people. Thank you for this attending this session. It was a lovely time for me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like and the share button with your friends and subscribe it if you have not done yet. Obviously, the bell icon, वो तो बोलने की जरूरत नहीं है, right, people? So, like, share, and subscribe if you liked it. If you want to share with your friends and you have not yet subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much for being there. It was a lovely session. Keep smiling, keep rocking, and keep learning. Thank you, people. Bye bye.